So we ordered a bunch of these water dispenser units on Amazon. Each office should have a bunch of these now. When you open the box, you're going to have your main unit for your pump. You're going to have a charging cable, which is a USB. You're going to have a water spout nozzle, right? And you're also going to have a silicone tube. The one thing that's not in the box is a charging cable. So if you just use an iPhone or anything that's a USB to a 110 volt, you'll need something to plug into the wall, unless you're plugging into an actual USB port on a portable device. After you plug it in, you'll see that it's going to be a red light on the top. They say it takes about 3 to 4 hours to fully charge. Once it's fully charged, that light will go off, and then you have a full charge. They say that it's good for probably 2 weeks if you're using it quite a bit. If you're using it for one person, it's good for a month. So this battery should last you a long time. When you take this out of the box, the first thing you want to do is to feed this tube, this stainless steel nozzle, into this receiver. It has a silicone gasket inside of here. You got to be very careful. I actually broke one of these already. But this is very, very cheap, this part. So when you put this in, it's always good to keep your thumb, put pressure on it. When you wiggle this thing in, it only needs to go in about an inch, inch and a half. But if you don't put your thumb on here, you can break this off and then you need a new unit. I found out the hard way. That's in, that's ready to go. Take the tube, come over here. On the underside of here, you just feed that tube, wiggle it back and forth a few times. I'm gonna have to pinch it. That's good. Now these water jugs work great. One learning lesson that I had to find out was that you actually have to remove half of this tab so that you can fill it up. It's very hard to fill up with water if you don't remove the actual tab. So if you remove just half of that, you can rip it off. That way you can physically remove the top and fill it up. This part is actually needed to have that sit right on top of the jug. Snap it back on. This one's filled up with water. All you do is, it's got a little leave out in the top. You can feed your silicone tube in. Okay, 2 hands. It's got a nice tight fit. I'm going to use a trash can real quick. Better yet, I have a cup. All you need to do is hit the button, and you've got your water. Push the button again, and it stops. We're kind of talking about maybe throwing a towel on top so you're not having multiple people touching it, or even using your elbow. That works pretty well too. So that's it. Again, when you take this off, just wiggle it, it should come right off. And when you want to store this, I would recommend taking the tube off. Again, put your thumb on here and put some pressure, and be very careful wiggling that off so that you don't break this receiver tube. That's it.